So today I'm here with a very special Kickstarter reward, at least for me, for the Grisaia series, or to be more exact, the Fruit of Grisaia, because the Labyrinth of Grisaia and Eden of Grisaia haven't received a physical release yet. And I also waiting on the Michiru game, and in case you don't know who that is, this is Michiru, the best girl. She's the best girl. And this is a very special one. I don't think you can get a physical copy of the Grisaia without outside of Kickstarter or Backer Kit, which is of course also part of Kickstarter. But let's have a look at the box. Yeah, it's nothing special really. DVD, DVD-ROM, yeah, that's data. And the sister of him, Maki. Let me see. I cannot recall the sister's name, sadly. Let's see if I can get this out. The game, of course, it would be awesome if I could. I presume this is basically the paper you see here. First I thought, oh, that is basically the soundtrack, but as you can see, no way I'm getting that in there. So what I think it is basically, you know, a protection or basically a placeholder, so the disc here doesn't fall out, which is Grisaia. And yeah, oh man, I'm so looking forward to it. Let's have a look inside the box. And yeah, it's a bit, should I say, I usually save the box for last, but today I decided, you know what, we're gonna take the box first, because usually the PC games boxes isn't that fun, so yeah. And also they are a little bit harder because they don't have that little spring that is basically used to open it. I also found out that Sakai Project also made the visual novel, or at least published the visual novel for School Days, and we all know how bad School Days is. Or at least I heard it, I've never seen it. Yeah. Oh man, this looks so good. This looks so good. And as I said, pretty boring. This reminds me almost of the old times when I was a PC gamer, and I don't play so much PC. It's not that inspiring in my opinion this year. Of course, let's just wait and see what's gonna happen, because I'm not one to just say, oh, this is crap, because this is only part of the reward. And oh man, I'm looking forward to the next reward. But you have already seen it, so shall we open the soundtrack for the Grisaia original? I wonder if that means that it's if that is like the entire Grisaia, because it's long since I've seen this seems like a 4 jewel case. Oh yes, it is actually 4. It's a very long time since I last saw that. So I wonder if this is like the entire soundtrack of Grisaia, or if it's just like, you know. And here we have another girl. Her arc is actually really interesting. Grisaia original soundtrack. And okay, it's all of them, because the first 2 discs is The Fruit of Grisaia, which is the first season of the show, which has the Final Fragrance, Hologram, Home, Skip, Forest of Doubt, Just Like Today, and then the Fruit of Grisaia original soundtrack is on disc 2. Disc 3 is for Labyrinth of Grisaia, which is, I would almost say the over, but I usually refer to it as season 2. World End, Angel, Crystal Clear, Thanatos of the Genesis. What Labyrinth? The Labyrinth of Grisaia original soundtrack. Whoa, there's 5? Then we have the Eden of Grisaia, which is the 3rd season, or some call it the 2nd season of Grisaia, which has Fission, Choose the World, Ceremony, Eden Song, Breeze, and the 5th disc contains the original soundtrack. But I wonder if, here, as you can see here, that is actually kind of awesome. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, it's nice that you can see what's on them, because when I saw this, I was just like, okay, what is this original one? So there's actually a lot of soundtracks on this, and what I wonder is, of course, it's okay, but I kind of hope that they yeah, that kind of ruins it, because what I had hoped was that they would have taken each of the 5 girls, now that there's 5 soundtracks, and basically put it in, like, okay, now we're gonna see this girl, now we're gonna see this girl, instead of just those 3. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a bit sad, because I would have loved to see Michiru. But one thing I like is that, yeah, as you can see here, it's actually there. So I must say I'm happy for this soundtrack. Let me take a look. So, oh, all the girls except for the sister is actually on this. But then again, the sister is a little gray area. Then we have my wall scroll. Let's see what's on it, because this is the first time I take it out. So let's look. Yeah, the sister and the girl. I can't recall her name, man. I really can't recall many of those girls, because it's so long since I've seen it. But that's a nice one. I really have to get those put up. And then we have, if I'm correct, and I'm pretty sure I am, let me see. This is, oh yeah, she's called Yumiko. The girl, saw with the soundtrack thingy. She's called Yumiko. And I actually was so happy that I decided, you know what? Let's get like, let me see what this is. This is a bed sheet. And when I thought a bed sheet, I thought maybe it's a bed sheet as in something you put over. But it seems like it's too, no, it is actually a bed sheet. And it seems like I need to go a bit back. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this, and yeah, I don't think I should show. Oh yeah, I can show that. But yeah, I don't know if you can see this, but man, this I think I'm gonna throw on my bed later today. And then we have the final part, which is a bit controversial also. Ah, damn, I destroyed the package it was in. So I cannot put it back in, but it's the final thing, which is a Dakimura of what she called that girl, Maki, I think her name is. And I again need to go back, as you can see here, and it's a double-sider. Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw that on my Dakimakura and then replace the Neptunia one. I must say, so far this has been a really good one. Now I'm just looking forward to seeing the, what's it called, game for what's it called, the 2 other games, and Michiru's game. And oh man, I almost forgot this one, because it's just a big too big. When I saw it, I was like, what can be so big that it needs to have all this? Then I realized, hey, it must be, it's most likely it. So yeah, it's basically just posters. Let me show them. And there hopefully doesn't need to go too far back, so you can see them. This one, as I recall, are for, yep, Labyrinth, it even written here. Interesting. Let's take this one. And this is Eden. So that explains how those arts was picked. And the final one is the Fruit of Grisaia. So yeah. But as I was saying, I'm really liking this one, and I'm looking forward to seeing the remaining of this reward. And with that, guys, have a good day, good night wherever you are, and I will see you sometime in the future.